Welcome back to the channel. This is Off the Pitch, brought to you by Azar Studios. The Formula One is on break, but before that, let's go to the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a weekend. Once again, for the 7th time this season, was a McLaren 1-2 finish. And it was this time around, Lando Norris, yes, taking it over his teammate Oscar Piastri to finish pole. The two drivers are now going head-to-head for who wins the championship in Formula One this season. But down in qualifying, something happened, and it was Lewis Hamilton questioning his ability. But Charles Leclerc showed that Ferrari still got a good car. But what happened to Hamilton? Uncanny Sam, Annie Bishop joins me. The Formula One season is now on break, at least mid-break.
Yeah.
But before the break, we had the Hungarian Grand Prix. And I must say a special shout out to our, of course, top number one, our young NBA, I beg your pardon, Formula One guy, talking about Donald, who did say that Lando Norris is on course and will still be on course, you know, to have a good season.
And just to add to
But
that,
Uncanny Sam did not agree. He thinks Oscar Piastri will roll through it.
But just to
But
add to
8
what you
points,
said, right?
8 points.
And now when the race started, right, I was with him. Then when he realized, because what was his name? Lando started number 3.
Lando started number 3.
Later he ended up number 5.
Yeah.
I was sitting with him and his facial expression changed.
You could feel it. That expression I had when the Super Falcons were losing by 2 goals to
He
nil.
just sat like this. Then at some point, when it was clear for me that look, Lando isn't going to do anything, I decided to just move to somewhere. When Lando finally won from
Just one stop.
nowhere, he came in and started screaming, Lando! And he was jumping in front of me. Say, Lando, he told me Lando is going to win. And Lando has won it. I should come and see that. It was fantastic. I mean, he came up with the strategy, amazing strategy.
Yeah.
It works for him. Started number 3. One of their, what was supposed to be their worst weekend in recent history. They are not on pole, you understand? Still ended up in 1-2. Yeah. Amazing for them. He came up with a strategy that works for him. Peter just once.
I think that's the key word.
Peter
Strategy.
But it works for him for one reason too. Because initially we were thinking
it was risky.
No, fine. Yeah, it was. I managed and ended. Finished with it. But we're thinking, I just realized that the screaming of what's his name, Lewis Hamilton was sarcastic. I think, yeah, he did it in a sarcastic manner. Because I think he was attacking Ferrari. Because at the end of the day, you got Paul. You were going very well. Then again, your car failed you. You have chassis issue. They ended up finishing 4th.
Yeah.
In a weekend that was supposed to be them winning because it was clear.
Yeah.
Till 60 something lap, they were leading. Then their car failed them again. So it was
a club move.
I think apart from that, from pole to 4th. And that's why he was, and even towards the end of the race,
car failed them.
He was leading.
They had chassis issue.
He was leading.
Their car, he started as a pole.
Yes.
Nobody gave him the distance. See, it was even a surprise.
To finish
on pole, yeah. It was
a surprise. And he has one of his fastest, qualifiers
ever
in his career, and started very well, dominated. See, even during the normal race, it was not looking like this guy is going to overtake him.
And that's
why was on him.
And that's why
he was so comfortable and he was leading very well.
And that's you took it out of my mind. I think Leclerc was the biggest loser on the day, because like you did say, we didn't see him get on pole. He was fantastic. And then when he got into the race, he was even dominant.
That is it. That's
to the almost end of the race.
The almost end of the
last 4 laps became a problem for him.
He was struggling. You could see, you could feel he was struggling with the car. But
he was angry.
But better still, I think he kept his emotion in check, because Lewis Hamilton would have cost out.
He had little issue with
I know.
What's his name? Russell.
Yeah, but Lewis Hamilton would have cost out. It's typical Lewis Hamilton. If it was Lewis Hamilton,
Verstappen would have even been crazy.
Exactly. But the fact that he kept his cool and just another bad day. But sincerely, the Ferrari cars have failed him, because
they felt.
I felt he should have won this race. I was one of those who felt after I think it was in the 40th lap when after that turn, I was like, no,
but
he was going to win this race. But again.
And you know the funny thing?
Ferrari car.
Again.
No, yeah, the Ferrari car failed them. Come on, chassis issue again.
Very bad.
Lewis ranting is saying, I'm useless.
Before the race, right?
I should be, you understand?
Well, it's psychological. You think he felt it.
I felt he started blaming my thinking.
He started blaming the car.
Blaming Ferrari.
Yeah,
so he wants to blame himself.
Yeah.
Because he said something like, the same car that finished 12th
got pole position.
But here is it, right? That pole is becoming a cost to, what's his name?
Leclerc, okay.
He has been on pole. For 16 last time he's been on pole.
He's not won the race.
He won just one. Monaco
did he win
2024.
one?
Yeah, won Monaco 2024.
Okay,
so each time he got on pole,
he's not able to.
He's not going to win. No, not even sustaining it.
Yeah, he's not winning because he's not sustaining the race. Starting well, doing well, but when it matters the most.
So finishing on pole now is a cost to him. It shows the bulk of the time he
has. I think they pay with Lewis Hamilton that is that bad because he didn't finish in the top 10.
12. Finished
That's how bad.
First time this season.
Yes, he didn't finish in the top 10. People like Bertolotto, and the likes of Kimi, even Kimi.
No, Kimi
finished 10th.
Now
I was quite surprised, man.
Lewis, right? The cars issue fact.
No, we agree.
Because
but he also does not help him because Leclerc also gave a good account of himself.
Yeah,
now
this is, two different cars. Now here is it right. Okay. Here is it right. Let's get something clear here. I think it was Lewis' car that had issue first because I mean he couldn't even make it to the top quarter of the qualifiers. He couldn't. He got knocked out in the second quarter of the qualifier, which is disgraceful. As that is not enough. You understand?
For a car as huge as Ferrari,
and for a Grand Prix that he has won 8 times, he has won the Hungarian Grand Prix 8 times. As that is not enough. This is the first time he is finishing without a point in a position that is not point. So something was actually he started 12th, finished 12th. Why? Charles Leclerc first, finished 4th. Obviously because of the car too. So I think the whole issue is on Ferrari itself. Because after the whole thing, what was his name? Fred Vasseur. Was in that. He said, no.
I think they're trying to play them. They're playing this kind of what I call damage limitation. Nobody, even the principals of the company are trying as much as possible to call out the cars.
Well, thankfully for them, that is going to be a long break.
So they will be able to sort it out.
There's going to be a long break.
Be able to sort
because
it out?
Now
they should. That was what we saw with McLaren last season. McLaren became the McLaren we're talking right now after that long break. Because before that long break, just like what we see right now, 14 races, right? McLaren has won 11, right? Funny enough, like I was trying to say something. He won the Grand Prix this season. I'm talking about Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
But guess what? He didn't start on the pole. So pole is going to cost for him. So far, 14 Grand Prix, McLaren has won 11. While him and Verstappen won the remaining 3. Verstappen 2, he has won, right? 1. Now, that was exactly what happened. After the other 10 or 11 Grand Prix, Red Bull were having, I think they were dominant. 9 already, either 9 or 10
before the break, yeah.
Before
and then after the break,
everything changed. But even the things are going to change this time around. I think I need to start counting my word. It's not going to be in favor of Red Bull again. Come on, Red Bull is gone.
But let's give some kudos as well to George Russell, Mercedes. I think
amazing.
He could have benefited.
He benefited. No, he benefited.
And he also was
come on. Like I always say,
remember that he also came close to benefiting from both McLaren drivers. They were very close to almost crashing.
Oh yes.
Very close to crashing. And if they had crashed, he would have finished and won the race.
And apart from that as well, I keep saying even as much as you say, come on, I believe in every sport you have to beat what's said before you. I don't care whether a car is having a bad day.
I agree with you completely.
Just ensure that you are doing your job.
But that is not going to stop us from calling out certain things. You understand? That's not going to stop us from
calling out again.
See, you consume what you said before. I agree.
Absolutely.
But I'm not going to say that Ferrari had issue. They had issue.
No, and we've done with Ferrari.
But their own misfortune is another person's best.
Oh yes. The Ferrari has got huge issues because again, I repeat, if I was to give a mark for the best driver on that day, for me, it was Charles Leclerc. Did he get on pole? Yes. Did he win the race? No, it was not even a pole.
Funny enough, I'll vary on you on that.
I think
he was given the driver of the day for me. The guy that shocked me the most is the Gabriel Bortoleto.
He finished, was it 8th or 9th?
Started 8th. Finished 6th.
Come on, man.
And he has been reported for the past 4 races.
But
3 races.
Yeah, it's been consistent.
He was 9th in Austrian Grand Prix.
Yeah. He has been finishing in point positions.
He was 9th in Austrian Grand Prix. He was 8th in Austrian Grand Prix. No, 9th in Austrian Grand Prix. Then he was I think 8th in British Grand Prix. Then he couldn't make it to the podium. He couldn't get the point in Belgian Grand Prix. Then this time around he's 6th. You could see the upward trajectory. He's going up. And he's not the person, funny enough, with all sincerity, right? I never knew he's going to be this strong, given the kind of car he actually driven. I remember, sorry to say something, right? I remember Nico got to the podium, right?
Yes.
And we know they had a bad race that day. Though Nico started as 18. But as far as we're concerned, kicks out, but this is their highest
finish.
Finish. And this is their highest, what do you call it, qualifiers? Finishing
but
6th. 6 no 7 in qualifiers. This is their highest.
Why do you want to call Why do you want to call Bertolotto? Because
he's a rookie.
Even
he's doing this much.
Lawson too is a rookie as well. And it was
no. Liam was there last season.
I know, but I know.
Fine, Liam is there, but
and he made it to the top 10 as well.
Yeah, but of course not ahead of him.
Not ahead.
He's 6th.
Yeah,
because after the Lando and Piastri, Charles Leclerc, Russell, Charles Leclerc. Then I think I'm trying to remember.
Verstappen finished 9th, right?
Verstappen finished 9th. No, Fernando Alonso with
Alonso
Martin in 5th. This guy finished 6th, and these are veteran drivers.
Then Aston Martin's driver, the second driver finished 7th.
Yeah,
is it
finished 7th
for Max Verstappen?
You see,
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Now,
get there.
let's go to the McLaren drivers, guys, quickly.
Yeah.
1-2 finish. They've narrowed the points to 8 points. Now 8 points.
No, 9 point.
Okay, 9 points.
Between
Of course,
Norris
Lando
and-
Norris,
Yeah.
and of course Oscar Piastri. You've maintained that it's Piastri.
It's still Piastri for me.
It's still Piastri for
It's
you,
still Piastri
even
for
though
me.
Donald wants Lando Norris.
Yeah.
And see, Donald, I'm your number one fan. I am officially Lando Norris. We are going.
I listen to Norris.
Also, calm down.
Okay.
Don't take away the shine of it's
Apologies,
Donald.
apologies.
I'm
Apologies.
waxing the guy about Donald.
Okay.
He has insisted that it's Lando Norris, and I think I insist, and I think I also go for it. Now, both drivers have been fantastic this season. 1-2 finished 7 times.
7 times.
Yeah.
On the 14 races. Now it was their 200th win.
Win,
Talking
yeah.
about McLaren.
Amazing day.
Amazing for
Amazing
them.
day.
And everything looked well.
Consecutive
11.
1-2.
You know what? You know the
11 in 14
Yeah.
races. They
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
They
In the top-
finished
in the podium.
in podium places. It's been an amazing season for
But the funny
McLaren.
part is this, you know.
And
This would have been a bad. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, just to add to what you're talking about, London. This is in 6 races. This is the 6. I mean, in 7 races, this is the 6th time he finished in top 2. In 7 races.
His last 7 races.
In the last 7 races. This is the 6th
Consistency.
time. Yeah, that he finished in top 2.
Consistency.
Just to wow you a bit, you know.
Mm.
We're all waxing lyrical about, of course, the McLaren and their drivers.
Yeah.
No, if it would have gone south. If you had watched this race, it would have gone south. Apart from the fact they had clashed, they would have clashed, which he mentioned. There were times, like you said, when Norris dropped from, was it third, and he dropped to fifth.
Norris, yeah, 5th. No, from
And
3rd to 5th.
Exactly. Even Piastri was struggling at some point. So let's.
No.
He
See,
was.
Lando Norris struggled at some point, but Piastri never struggled. The only guy that was giving Piastri headache is how calm was. I mean, Leclerc ahead of him.
Exactly.
But he never struggled. He knew deep within him. He knew at some point.
I think he knew the strategy was
He
going to
never
adopt.
knew. He never knew that
The cow would get-
Lando is going to play a surprise on them. You understand? He
L-
never knew that
L-
Lando
Lando
was
was
going to play a surprise.
smart.
Yeah, Lando put a
I think
surprise on
Lando
them.
showed his experience on the day.
But for me, I think
Yeah.
the beautiful thing here is this way. Let's clap for McLaren for giving us this kind of competition.
Yeah,
Allowing them
driver
to compete,
to-
right?
allowing
Oh,
them
yes.
to compete.
Oh, yeah, I quite agree. I was
No
like,
lead
you do that.
driver,
I think I
no-
was speaking with someone yesterday, and I said, if it was a Mercedes race,
That would have been
this would have
saying,
been over by
they
now.
would have chosen a driver right now. They
Eh,
say
it'll
this is
be
the lead
over by
driver,
now.
and
Is
they
it-
will not take the
And
shine.
exactly, so let us give kudos to McLaren for this, allowing them to have fun, express themselves. I've listened to the pre-race interview for Lando Norris, and he said the winner will be decided by thin margins, by mistakes. And that is why he's trying to cut as much mistakes on the Norris as much as he can, because he knows Piastri he called him in his word a crazy driver. So he must cut out. And that you can see, and that's why I was quite I felt he was quite meticulous with his strategy on the day. Because like you said, we didn't expect him to get past Piastri
No,
and
we
Leclerc the
didn't.
way he
We
did.
didn't.
But again, it seems to understand that he's gonna fall down to tactics and strategy, like you said at the start of the show. I wish him the best of luck, but I still think Piastri has got that crazy.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
I
need that mad, that kind of, Piastri takes some kind of risk.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
he's working. And he's working.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's working.
Absolutely.
Six Grand Prix so far. This, I
Of
mean,
course,
yeah.
this year that's amazing.
We know that the
Nobody,
constructors
nobody has won
championship
more
is
Grand
done.
Prix because that one is done and dusted. Nobody has won more Grand Prix.
199 points.
London too made a risk, took a risk and it worked for him as they played just once, right?
Once.
Normally it's not Londo's style, but I think he began to realize that at some point I
You need to
have
try
to
something
have to
different.
take some crazy risk as well. So he's learning from Piastri. Piastri is learning from. I'm loving it. Like I said, close to the McLaren
Give
team for allowing both teams to.
The
to
truth
have
is this,
fun,
right?
express
If not for that, right? From
We'll have
now
been
on,
over.
boring.
We'll have been over
Yeah.
now.
Now, we're
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
a break. They'll be back in about 3 weeks' time.
3 weeks, 31st
And,
August to be precise.
What should we be
Dutch Grand
expecting
Prix.
when we come back?
What
Verstappen is officially over.
Now that's what I want to start
Can we-
from.
can
It's
we-
almost
Yeah,
100 points.
Bloody
Almost 100
now,
points.
Crazy
now
stuff.
they are worse.
Separate-
They are
separate,
worse. They are worse. They are-
Verstappen and Piastri.
Yeah, there was Grand Prix. There was Grand Prix for years. Yeah, there was Grand Prix. And whether I would like it or not, Christian Horner will be somewhere smiling.
Did you think they would sink this
Christian Horner
bad?
will be somewhere saying.
Did you think they would sink this bad? Because it's looking so bad right now.
Now that's where I'm coming from. Now, remember we spoke about him last week.
Last week, yeah, we did, yeah.
We spoke about the sack of Horner, and we're trying to say, look, it was sacked because of.
And he announced
announced
that
that
he will
he's
stay
going to
next year
remain
to
with
2026.
to 2026.
Yeah, he said so,
So he's
yeah.
not justified what we said.
Yeah.
They sacrificed him, but now they are in a maze completely. Now they are his worst qualifiers, finishing 7th. No, 8th on the day. Finishing 8th during the qualifiers. No, is it 8? No, 8 or 7. No, 8. Yeah,
was
8. Finishing 8th during the qualifiers. They're finishing 9 in the Grand Prix. Proper. Now, they have issues. The cars are not fast. Him and Yoki even had a good. I think the only positive is for the first time, Yoki finished close to getting a point.
yes.
He finished 11, right?
Yeah, he tried.
But something isn't just right about
About the
Verstappen. Something is just right. There is a trouble in Red Bull.
Destroyed the paradise.
That sack, that letting go of what's his
Honor.
name. Now, believe me, make it might not stay there for long. I feel there's no justification for sacking Honor. There's no justification for sacking Honor.
And the
there's no
result is
justification.
not
Look,
proving it otherwise.
I want to even go back there. There's no even justification for letting go, what's his name? Andrea Louis, their chief technical officer. Now we're beginning to see the impact already. And
Of these guys.
It's going to get worse. Now I'm pitying Verstappen. He's Verstappen talking about because of Honor. Honor is not going to be there again for now.
So
How is he going to cope?
I look like it's going to be one season wasted next season.
He's going to see, it's done for them.
McLaren
They'll
is
struggle
done.
this season. They're going to struggle next season.
Wow.
Because they made the worst decision of their life. There was no point, like I said, letting go.
Red Bull, rather.
I mean, Red Bull. There's no point.
There was no need letting
There
Honor
was
go.
no
There was
need at all
there was no
completely.
Also,
So he's going to continue this. Funny enough, he didn't complain. The only thing is he almost had issue with what was his name with Lewis Hamilton after the
Yeah,
the
but
race.
after
They almost had
they
issue. You
should-
understand?
I think that is long over. There's something
Of
where
course, they're like cat and dog.
They don't see eye
since
to eye.
2021.
Yeah,
Since
that race.
since that year, that championship
They don't
was
see eye
stolen
to eye.
away from.
Yeah.
Was stolen away from.
was it in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, it was in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, was
Yeah,
in Abu
that
Dhabi.
night.
They don't see eye to
You
eye.
know,
crazy.
ignorantly
It was
that day,
crazy.
because I was tired of Mercedes. Ignorantly that day, I was debating. As a matter of fact, I made a call. I called Ferdinand to reply. I said, "You can see." Someone at the other end of the phone, Ferdinand was sad. Like, you don't understand what happened. It was years after that I'm beginning to understand that. Look, this guy was
That
robbed.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was supposed to break a record,
It's not been.
And
and he might not be able to break that
They- they-
record.
no.
It's not
It's
been-
the best with his
But
head.
I feel,
They messed with his head.
even
I
at
think
that,
that
right?
was done,
Even
yeah.
with that, right? Come on, you just calm down. Nobody can see. You never can say never. You're going to a long break. The engineer should just
You
see
know,
what they
I
can
was
do.
just looking at the 200 wins for McLaren.
Only
It's got
Ferrari has done
21.
more than.
It's got
21,
21
yeah.
of the 200. You should. That's talking about Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton,
you know,
yeah.
When it was with them, come on.
The
it's-
Mercedes, right?
No, when it was.
With McLaren.
When
When it was with McLaren?
Most of
when it was
McLaren to Mercedes now.
Yes.
When it was McLaren?
And
So
only Mercedes. I mean, I say only Ferrari actually won more. I mean, more Grand Prix than
than
them.
them.
It tells you that they are a wonderful brand. They only experience a
nosedive.
nosedive at some point.
Yeah.
But
Also-
they've been amazing.
Also, we are heading to the break. Any new surprise going
Nah,
into
nah,
when it starts?
I don't expect any surprise.
Are you still pitting towards Piastri?
I-
Organic Sam has gone for Piastri.
No, come on,
and
come
he will not change it.
No, I'm not going to change that.
You know, I'm going to recall his
I'll be
words.
shocked.
No, I'm going to first recall his words. He was certain that it was not over for Verstappen, but after 2 weeks, he squashed it. No. So I want.
I'm giving you my reason.
Okay, so
I
wait
never
now.
knew. See,
Yeah, that's why I said wait.
Let me just
now.
clear myself.
Okay.
Let me clear myself.
Okay.
I never knew.
It is clear.
I never knew Honda would be sacked anytime soon. If I
Yeah.
had known Honda would be
No,
sacked,
no,
probably I
you
would have
know,
actually said what I
because
said.
When it was 56 points,
Yeah, I said, come on, it's coming
Yo, it's-
down.
we could
Yeah, because I saw it happening last
but
year.
now it's going to 100 and it's over.
But anyway,
Now
Because
Piastri-
Honda has been sacked.
Now Piastri was 16 last week, right?
Yeah,
He was 16 points last week.
Yeah,
Now it's been cut down to 8 points, 9 points.
9 points.
Yeah.
9 points.
Yeah.
2 more wins over. If Lando wins and he finishes
See,
in 2 races
no,
behind,
say something very. See,
he has to finish 2 races behind Lando Norris. It used to Lando.
No, say something very interesting. Among the two drivers, the most daring
yes,
is Piastri. The guy that drive with flair is Piastri. The guy that is fearless is
It's
Piastri.
Piastri.
The guy that if you're ahead of him, be
Very
assured that
difficult.
you are not safe. Is
Very
Piastri.
difficult.
But if you're ahead of Lando Norris, I'm telling you,
You are
you can
safe
see.
because you don't take
Yeah, you
risk.
can see.
You won't take some crazy risk. Yeah.
He does not go out of his way
All
to do
his
certain
risks are
things.
calculated.
He's a decent driver and driving for a decent car,
He,
right?
he drives like
Come on.
Well, of course.
Okay. That thing we need to give it again to Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso.
Exactly.
And-
Don't finish was
16
it
points this
six,
weekend.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
16 points this
the
weekend.
same people that had a bad day in the Belgian Grand Prix, they were at the rock
They just
bottom.
came back from
17,
the
18.
dead.
Yeah,
Don't
you know,
worry.
I was happy.
They got
5th and
16
7th.
points.
You know,
You know the funny part, man?
and also, you know, I was listening to the radio
Fernando,
when he spoke when the race was finished, when he was informed that they both finished 5th and 7th, and he maybe said 16 points, yeah, and they were like, yes. I was like, very good weekend.
Probably
Very
that's the
good
impact of
weekend.
Andrea Newey, because we've been saying we've not seen the Andrea, because Andrea Newey after leaving what they call it, Red Bull, he went to Aston Martin. We thought we're going to witness an instant change in what they call it, Aston Martin. We didn't witness that, but
Yes,
with this that happened this
Well,
week,
I've seen it.
Well, seen
it could be a coincidence too, because you can. I mean, explain to me how
See,
from finishing
I-
16,
It
18.
just took it out of my mind. I think I'm more interested in what happened, you know, with the young guys. To me, I think the race
Liam
is
Lawson,
the
Liam Lawson,
Lawsons, the Bartolotti, that no, when I watch the race, I'm kind of like, no, why are you more interested in what are those guys? Because I feel that's where the race is. I want to see who indeed has matched.
Who is
No,
the next?
who is the next?
Who will be the next?
So you give it.
Yes.
Sincerely speaking, coming to the season, right? I rated in Kimi ahead of
By
all
far.
of them.
But now
But
Kimi
what I'm
is
seeing-
struggling.
Well, it happened.
Big
Mind you-
time.
Mind you, he has finished on
And
podium.
he's driving on a
Yeah,
Mercedes
He has
car.
finished on podium, and none of these guys have finished on
Well,
podium.
no, but
He has finished on podium.
Generally.
I think he finished third.
He has
Yeah,
finished
dead,
third. Yeah,
dead,
once,
dead,
one,
dead.
one was on
Once.
podium.
Belgium.
And he has
No,
finished, I
probably
think,
Belgium.
in a point scoring position, he has finished almost, I think, 3 or 4 times. Now, this is the third time. What's his name? Gabriel Bortoleto is finishing on
Oh, point,
position. So we shouldn't use that as this, and we shouldn't use it as a yardstick to say
Do
he's
you
better
enjoy
than.
Kimi's?
No, I didn't
Kimi
enjoy
is not-
Kimi
it's not
last week.
exciting.
I didn't enjoy him last
It's not
week.
exciting
Fact,
to watch.
he's driving a car that ought to have been faster
Yes.
than Kick
What-
Sauber.
Yes.
But with what this guy is doing with Kick Sauber since last weekend, he was driver of the day.
Yeah,
Someone voted
he
him.
is.
Driver of the day because he Kick
I
Sauber.
think I'll go with McLaren. I feel the car failed him. He should have won the race.
Who?
Leclerc. But again,
Of course, yeah,
These
but
things
you
happen.
need
These
to
things
give
happen.
then
he showed some technical know-how.
yeah, he knows what he's doing. Then the guys had
You
a
know, that was
terrible,
terrible.
terrible weekend. Alpine, Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto. Bad weekend. Finish. I mean, got knocked out. You know how it happens now. During the qualifiers, after the first quarter, the
Yeah.
last 5, the
Yeah.
bottom 5 goes out. After the second quarter, the bottom, the next 5 goes out. Then you'll be left with 15. These guys finish in the bottom 5 during the qualifiers. They equally finish
They
in the
should
bottom
thank their
5.
Lord. There's no
Mm.
relegation in motorsports.
No,
Well-
there'll be some changes next year.
Just
I mean,
few-
Cadillac is
No,
coming.
but
Audi is taking over from Kick Sauber. I
But
think.
until then,
Of course,
they'll
no.
enjoy it.
Established already. So you might have not seen some of these cars.
Some of these
again.
cars
Again,
next
yeah.
season.
Where is Toro Rosso now? Gone.
Nowhere.
Well, it's an interesting one so far. 14 races so far this season, and we've now had 2 McLaren drivers leading the race. Talking about no other than Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris on 1, 2. In that order, I think Verstappen is third overall, but way
Yeah,
way
Verstappen is
behind.
overall. Yeah.
For the constructors championship, is done and dusted. Almost 200 points separates McLaren and the next.
Red Bull.
Is it no, not Red Bull?
Is it even Red Bull?
It should be.
It's not Red Bull.
No, it's Mercedes.
Mercedes
Mercedes,
is coming in
Mercedes.
second. Mercedes is coming in second.
No, it's
So,
Ferrari. Ferrari is second. Mercedes third.
okay.
Ferrari is
Either
second,
way,
yeah,
the
Mercedes
gap
third.
is
Either way, the gap
humongous.
cannot be closed
Yeah.
down. But we don't have to for a break before they resume in the next 3 weeks, hopefully. But I will
Things will
still say
change.
it.
Just things will change.
Afghanistan.
It's
The
a-
dominance
okay.
we saw.
3 weeks
the
is a lot of
dominance-
time.
Wait,
to-
Afghanistan,
No,
just
the
one word.
dominance-
No,
yeah.
one word.
Mm.
Things will change.
Things will change.
Not so?
Things will never remain the same again.
Well,
For Max Verstappen.
well, Afghanistan thinks things will change.
Yeah,
when
the
we get
dominance
back.
we saw
So the
in this
dominance
first quarter.
the first quarter will not
Might
be
not
the
see it
same.
again.
Hopefully, we want to see an interesting
Who
Formula One
comes
season.
close?
And who
That's
comes
the
close
question.
to this?
Ferrari
two
might get it
drivers?
right.
Ferrari might get it right.
Mercedes
Maybe,
might change
maybe
their game
somehow,
plan.
Lewis
Because-
Hamilton might win one race
That the
this
part
season.
of one thing that actually worked for Mercedes, they changed the suspension, the car
Yeah,
they use in Belgian Grand Prix.
They changed it.
They
and
changed
it looks
So
like it's
what
an
if it works and
improvement.
okay, this is the way, and they work on it and it becomes faster than what you think.
Well, until then, it's McLaren who continue to lead 1-2. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Hopefully, when they come back, something positive will happen for Lewis Hamilton. Finish on podium at least once this season. It's going to be terrible if he goes the entire season without finishing on podium. But he has to do better in the second half of the season. Off the pitch, brought to you by Alza Studios.